Somos celebs, pull up loco. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Can't touch down.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in. You know we're always here, man. United off. You know we got the game today against West Ham. 5 wins in a row. Dookie can finally get his hair cut. Big day. Even the West Ham. I think that's the last time we won there. This is the last time we won. Wan-Bissaka was with us. That's crazy. We don't do good at West Ham at the London Stadium, bro. That's one place that is kind of dark for us. And even if you look at our head-to-head together, look at this. Bro, it's dark. Look at that. West Ham away. The last time we won there was, look at that. This, 2021. Obviously, this year has been, so I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is we haven't won there since 2021, September. That's the last time we won at that stadium. But the good news is, this season, it's been the season that we've been turning over all of this stuff. And as you can see, within the last 4 games, we broke loads of records already. Tottenham, we haven't beat them since 2023. Arsenal, we haven't won at the Emirates since 2020 or something like that. Not in the Prem only. So we broke a few records this season, so we surely can get that one over the line. But big up the guys, man. Obviously, De Gea's obviously posted this. He still misses the guys. And this is West Ham away. Man United posted it, sorry, not even De Gea. I was thinking De Gea plays for Fiorentina. Why would he care? But yeah, Man United posted this. That's the last time we won over there. De Gea Shays, Man United posted their last win. So De Gea's obviously posted it as well. But it's a big day, man. It's a big day, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Subscribe if you're new. You know we're always here, man. We're going to get into it. Obviously, the boy Fabrizio's come out as well. He said loads of things. He spoke about what's going on and our summer plans and Carrick, etc. We're going to go through all of that. Talk about West Ham. There was talks about West Ham suffering some injuries. That came out yesterday, Bowen and all that. I don't know if that's true. I think it's come out now that basically some of them are right. I think it's going to be Souček and Pablo. I don't even know this Pablo guy, but they really like him apparently. But yeah, that's what came out yesterday. This is what came out. Look, last night, breaking Bowen, Somerville and Wan-Bissaka all set to miss the West Ham midweek clash with Man United. 1 million views, you know. 1 million people have seen it. A lot of people are saying it's rubbish, blah, blah, blah. He's saying check the Patreon. Because that ex-guy, this ex-WHU, basically ex-West Ham employee, so he used to work for West Ham, he's plugged in. Where he says certain things, Ben Jacobs will quote him and say, after X. So he knows these things. So my man just put this out there on X's name, but we don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. I don't think it's true. But this is what came out of that. Jared Bowen, Somerville, and Wan-Bissaka. Basically, their 3 best players is missing, but I don't think it's true. Like I said, don't get too excited. Everything that's come out after that is basically said like it might not be true. So cool. Let's get into some Fabrizio quotes. Obviously, he come out and spoke and said a few things about United. So let's get into that straight away. So he's obviously said this about Ugarte. He's gone to Ugarte and he said, Ugarte is one to watch this summer. His future could be reviewed if a good offer, if a good offer comes true, he could leave. Multiple Italian clubs are interested. Remember, Galatasaray is interested as well. Galatasaray, Ajax, they wanted a little loan deal. Will they come back with some money now? Who knows what's going to happen? But a lot of clubs are looking at Ugarte. And Ugarte, bro, what do you think we get back? We bought him for basically 50 million when you add the add-ons. Obviously, the add-ons never all get clicked these days, but everyone always just puts them in everything. They'll say add-ons included. So 50 million, let's just say that. What do you think we get back for him? I don't think we get anything close to that. I think we'll be lucky to get like 25 mil. And that's the problem with these guys. When you buy them, especially 1 season or 2, it's going to be dark. So I think it's going to be very hard to sell him on for a good price. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. But that's what's going on with Ugarte. Fabrizio's obviously said it. Like I said, Ajax made a little something, but they just wanted a loan. They might not be interested anymore. But Italy and Turkey. Turkey's definitely Galatasaray. Everyone was talking about that. That heated up out of nowhere. So we'll see. Xerxes could also leave with multiple clubs. Oh, shit. So it's Italy, for Ugarte and Xerxes. So both of them, Italy's looking at them. So Xerxes could also leave as well. I think Xerxes definitely gone. I think that one goes without saying. Xerxes missing. No manager seems to favour him. You never know though. We might get a Thomas Tuchel or something and he says, no, I want to keep him. But I think he's gone. I'll be real. Like I just, with Amrin's thing where he played 2 10s, I think that was kind of okay. I remember he was part of Eric Ten Hag signings, remember? Eric Ten Hag signings, majority of them, they're all leaving one by one. Hoyland, Anthony, Onana. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So he might be part of that. Ugarte, Xerxes. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's what Fabrizio Romano has come out and said about the boy Xerxes and obviously my man. So we'll see. Then he goes on to talk about the midfielders that everyone's been talking about. As you know, he said it's going to be a busy thing. I'm going to show the bigger one because it's got loads more to talk about. But yeah, talks about Carrick. So we'll get into the midfielders in a minute because that one just gives you literally, look at this, a small little 2 lines. There's a bigger one that tells you everything in depth. That's what we're more or less, man's better off telling you everything about it than just giving you a small line. And then he talks about obviously the manager situation and he speaks about Carrick and he says, Man United hugely respect the work Michael Carrick has done so far. Hope he keeps performing at this level. If he does, he has a real chance to become permanent manager. At the same time, the club is continuing its internal process to identify the ideal long-term candidate. No meetings with other managers yet, but discussions will intensify in the coming weeks. If Carrick keeps delivering, his case only gets stronger. A busy summer ahead. So he's more or less saying, he's saying the usual basically. It goes without saying. Of course, if he carries on doing what he's doing, of course he's gonna get his spot. Of course he's gonna be able to put his name in the hat. That just goes without saying. So really and truly, let's be real. He doesn't have any new news. That's it. Just keeping it a buck. You don't have any new news. The only new thing in this is that it's gonna start in the coming weeks. The discussions about the new manager. We know that it was gonna intensify by the summer, and they said they're starting their process already from now onwards. But the fact that he's saying within the next couple of weeks, things will intensify, that's the only thing new here. We already know if Carrick keeps delivering. If he keeps winning games and we get third. Remember, if we win today, guys, we go third, you know, by the way. For those that don't know what's going on. If we win today, we go third. Yeah? Let me show you, look. Because you remember, we got Villa's playing tomorrow. They're playing Brighton tomorrow. So if we win today, even if we win 1-0, we will have 11 goal difference. Villa's got 9. So we go third, sorry. I wish we went first. Third. Do you know what I'm saying? So it puts us in a good place. We feel good for a day. Yeah, we're third, blah, blah, blah. But this is what he's trying to say. My man stays third. If he stays third the whole way, or maybe even clinches second in the end, who knows? Come on. He has to get the job. There's no way you go and switch that up. We're playing the best football we've played in years at the moment. Do you know what I'm saying? The Tottenham game and the Fulham game wasn't but you know what I'm trying to say. You've seen line-breaking passes and we're actually playing football. See, before, it was bare counter-attacking. You saw with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ten Hag, it was bare, soak up the pressure. We get lucky sometimes. They might miss their chances, hit the post, and then just counter-attack. Now, we're trying to play football where it's like we deserve to win. Every game, it's like, all right, we deserved it, or we missed chances, or da-da-da-da-da. So my man's put us in a different place, bro. You saw from his first 2 games, not even the first 2 games, from the first game. And they came out and they were saying, this is the Man United DNA and da-da-da-da-da, all of that stuff. Man United DNA, it came back. So that's all he's basically saying. He's telling us the normal, basically. If he keeps delivering, his case will only get stronger for him to go out there and go, here you go, I'm going to put my name in the bucket. I want to apply for the job. That's all it is. So that's what Fabrizio said about Carrick. There's some talks about Harry Maguire. So Harry Maguire, he has no extension option in his contract because obviously we've already pressed the button for that when Amrin was here. He had 1 more year left last season and we pressed the button for an extension. So he had another year. So he becomes a free agent in the summer and he could sign a contract right now. You've all played FIFA. You can sign a pre-contract right now with any club you want. But he's focused on United and there was a chance for him to leave in January. Italian teams came in. Remember, Italian teams, they want defenders there till 38. Acerbi's over there. He's at 39. He played against Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final last year. Acerbi. Look at this geezer. 38 years old, bro. This is the geezer that scored the winning goal to knock Barcelona out of the Champions League. 38. So they don't care about your age over there. They'll offer you whatever money you want. Come out here and stay. So Harry Maguire got some offers over there. He said no, he's chilling. I hope we offer him a deal for a year, one more year, because bro, I can't let us lose Casemiro and Maguire in the same season, bro. The aerial threat is gone. Who do you look at when we got a corner or a free kick? That's the only two I look at. It's Casemiro or Maguire. They might bail us out over a header. That's the only two. If we've got a free kick and them two are not on the pitch, it's a myth, bro. It's got to just bundle down on the floor and then be lucky tap it in or something. So aerial threat is gone, and that's defending as well, set pieces. So scoring the set pieces, they're the main threats, Maguire and Casemiro, and then defending it is Maguire and Casemiro. So if you get rid of both of them, you not only lose the aerial threat, the leadership. Maguire's been a captain. Casemiro, 5 Champions Leagues. You can tell he's a leader in there. He's a big presence. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Senior players. Who's going to come? What? We're going to get bare young players just come in the dressing room, and then if we go 1-0 down at these mad stadiums, they're going to be able to lift it up. Look at what we've done at Emirates. We haven't won there since for years. We went 1-0 down, and we had senior players, Bruno, all these guys, Martinez, man that have won World Cups that can turn around and go, bruv, let's keep going. Casemiro. And then we went there and won the game. You get rid of too much of them, we're ending up like Chelsea, bro, where we're just going to be bottling everything. Got too much Arsenal. You got too much kids. It can't get to the pressure. It's too mad. I don't want to be like that, bro. So my thing is give my man 1 more year, give him a new contract for 1 year, and then maybe let him go or anything like that. I get it, innit? They're not really trying to stick to the wages. He's on 190 a week. He doesn't want to do that. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. It's too mad. My thing is don't let him go at the same time. If he goes next year, and then by that time, at least he can... Bernardo Silva came out the other day and said it. Bernardo Silva said, they asked him about the mentality and how do you give it to the new players. He said, bro, when I came in, people pull me to a side and they just keep talking to you and da-da-da-da-da. And then before you know it, they end up leaving. And then now you've got the mentality. So that's what we got to do. We can't have Ahmad and that just turn into mentality monsters from nothing. They've got to be with the senior players, bro. So it is where it is anyway, but that's what he's saying. Nothing's been offered to Maguire yet. He could have left in January. He didn't. He ain't signed a pre-contract agreement with any club. His future's still open. If it was up to him, I saw an article before, he would want to retire as a Man United player if it's up to him. But obviously that might not be the choice because of his age, etc. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's the things with Maguire. He talks about the boy Højlund, and he says Man United expected Napoli to trigger the buy option for Rasmus Højlund worth 44 million euros. Højlund already feels himself as a Napoli player, has no desire to leave and return. United are planning to reinvest that money in summer talks. So that's more or less done. They've got this thing, obligation. It's obligation basically as soon as they make the Champions League or something like that, or if he plays a certain amount of games, and I think it's more or less done. And the president of Napoli's already came out and said, yeah, we're happy with Højlund, we're going to keep him. So look, they're on course to make the Champions League at this time anyway, even if you look at it. They might not get 5 places, but they're third. 3 points ahead. They're playing Roma next. If they win that game, it's going to push them a bit more further, etc. But I think it's obligation, and I think they got a buy option, and my man's it's buy option, but it turns into obligation with certain things. That's what it is. So I think they're going to think that. So that's £40 million. And then there was like an 8-9 million loan fee. All together, it adds up to about 50 million. We're good with that. Thank you very much. Cheers, brother. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. But Højlund, yeah, he's gone. He went all 10 games without a goal or something. They don't talk about it. They only talk about it when he's doing good because they want to keep their little agenda up. But when he's moving trash, they don't mention him at all. He went 10 games or something without a goal. Now he scored again. Look at this. This is his last couple of games. Look, he scored 2 goals. I saw something in the media the other day. Højlund, something, he's heated up. 2 goals there on the 7th of February, literally 3 days ago. Before that, he scored against Chelsea, Champions League. But forget that. Look at the other games. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Boom. 8 games, no goals. Literally 8 games. So this is what I'm saying. They just try and gas him up because you know Man United, they've got to put us in the media one way or another. So they always try what they can. It is where it is. We don't really care, innit? We'll get on with it. But it is where it is. Cool. So we move on from that anyway. And then this is the midfielders now. This is the big 5, big 6, whatever you want to call it, yeah? What's this about? Man United are planning for a big set of... See, these are all the guys that we're kind of looking at when you look at it. Sander Berge is still in there, just only because, remember, before we went for Ugarte, Ornstein put something out about Man United are looking at Sander Berge. Do you remember? So it's like, and he's been kind of good this season. I'll be real. He's been kind of good for Fulham. I don't think he's got the speed and all that we might want. Or if he plays for a big club, would he make a few more mistakes, etc.? I don't know. But what I do know is for Fulham, he's been stern. Even his passing, and he's been good. I can't lie. But remember, there was a talk where Man United were looking at Sander Berge. I don't know if that was a little mind game thing to get Ugarte for cheaper. Because remember, they wanted us to pay 50 million up front, and then we said Sander Berge thing came out, and then we ended up getting my man for 42 million, and then it adds up to 50 with add-ons. So I don't know, but that's the talk with him. Tonali, obviously, we all know what's going on. He's leaving in the summer. His agents already came out. Ornstein dropped the bomb and hotted him up. Now his agent saying, yeah, he could leave in the summer if Champions League. Arsenal are interested. Man City, Pep had his arm around him for ages after the game. They beat them literally about 3-4-1. Man's got his arm around him for ages, walking around with him like he's his son. So, you know, he might end up going there. But, bro, Pep can't get Anderson and Tonali. I put a little article out yesterday. There's talks that Anderson's Man City are in talks with Anderson's camp, apparently. So, who knows what's going on. But they can't get both of them. They'll probably get one. So that leaves us. Baleba, I'm going to get into him in a minute. There's talks about Chelsea and PSG. Burge, I don't know. Tonali and Wharton. We know Wharton and Anderson already. We don't need to get into them two. We know what they're on. So it is what it is. But let's read what's being said and whatnot. So it said the perfect replacement for Casemiro is harder than finding a needle in a haystack. Casemiro's current form and output is superior to Tonali. He's not good moving forward when you look at his numbers versus Casemiro. So Tonali moving forward, goals-wise and all of that, he's not doing that on what Casemiro's doing at the moment. Even if you look at his heat map, blocks inferior, goal contributions inferior. Look at the number stats. I don't think his output at the moment would justify 100 million. Tonali should not be 100 million anyway. Let's be real. He's a good player, but 100 million is crazy. Anderson is better. He has been kicking everyone's ass this year in the Premier League, including our own. It hasn't even been close. The main issue here is that he's more of a box-to-box midfielder than a pure number 6. So he's not a like-for-like replacement of Casemiro. That's true. Anderson does a bit of everything. He goes up with the ball. He runs with it. He wins duels. He's physical. He drops back as well. So he's a man that will play where Kobe's playing right now. That's what he will do more or less. He wouldn't be the 6 where clean up, destroy, etc. You know, like Casemiro, he's a man that he just wants to destroy. He might get his little long shots sometimes, but he's more thing is I want to get the ball, do my little round the corner pass if I can, or pass it to Kobe. Kobe, you make something happen. I think Kobe played the most. Is it the most through balls this week or something like that? He's done some madness. The most balls in the final third. That is his. That's what Kobe's doing, and that's what someone like Anderson will come in to do. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So he doesn't match that. He doesn't match as a Casemiro replacement. But you got to remember something. What's his name? Eriksen left last season. We still haven't replaced Eriksen. So there's all of that as well. We still haven't replaced Eriksen. So apparently we want a midfielder anyway. That's why we went for Baleba near the end of the window. We wanted a midfielder anyway. And then, of course, Casemiro leaves. So we want to go for another one. And then, obviously, we got, if Ugarte leaves, we go for another one. So look at that. Kobe Mainoo's already doing that. Final third pass is completed. And you got to remember, some people will say, oh, yeah, but you that were playing 10 men. That makes it even worse. That makes it even better that he's doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? 10 men that are compact and you're still finding final third passes through them. That's crazy. Against 10 men. That's even better because they're more compact, which is crazy. So big up the way Kobe, man. But that's what he's saying about this. He's saying Elliot Anderson is better. But obviously, Casemiro, they're not like for like. He'd raise the level in midfield, but United will still need a proper holding midfielder alongside him. That's exactly why Baleba should be the priority for me at number 6, proven in the Premier League. And if not, someone like Sander Berge actually makes sense in that role. People hate the name, but he dominated our midfield at Old Trafford and does the basics at a higher level. Then if you add someone like Anderson or Wharton next to him, someone that can go up and down with the ball, it'll be better. Obviously, that means Kobe might not have to start or something, but we need to have a squad, bro. Everyone keeps crying about their main players. Like, we're becoming Player FC. Some people, oh, Ahmad has to start. Yeah, like, bro, have a squad, have depth. You see Arsenal, you see City. If Foden don't start, he didn't start in the derby. Did he even play? I think he came off the bench late. Doesn't matter. Who cares? As long as you're constantly playing or you're around, you're part of the team where you can win the title and say, yeah, I was part of the team. Like Cole Palmer won the treble at Man City and barely played a game. He ain't gonna go around saying I won the treble. He'll say, yeah, it's there, but he's not gonna boast about it. And his name ain't gonna be called up when we speak about it. Calvin Phillips, no one ain't gonna say his name when they talk about the treble. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's what, as long as you can have your players in there, say we get Anderson, Baleba, and we've got Manu, and they're doing a rotation thing, and everyone's playing a part. Bro, everyone's happy, bro. Remember, man's 21. We need to stop being player FC, where a lot of people turn around. But where is he going to play? What about Manu? Like, so Manu can't get injured. Manu can't rest. We need to drop that out, man. That's one thing that a lot of our fans is crazy, bro. So, yeah, so that's what's going on with that. That's what he's saying about that situation, of course. Look at the boy Lamens, man. This keys is on a different thing. Man United's Premier League form since Sene Laman's debut. 10 wins, 7 draws, 2 losses, and 4 clean sheets. Man United have quietly built a strong run of results in the league since Lamens first stepped into the Premier League. Remember, our 2 losses as well are Everton with 10 men, which is crazy. And who's the other loss that we got? Aston Villa. And he scored, what, 2 screamers, you might as well say. That's the only 2 I can think of. But the 7 draws hurt us a bit more. Because you got to remember, there's like West Ham, they were out and dry, and then they scored in the last 10 minutes. What else? What other games? Like Bournemouth were 4-3 up. And he saved us that game as well. We saved our record, our Old Trafford record as well. So there's a lot of draws that we got that were just like, bro, hold on. And we couldn't. Like, it was stupid. But it is what it is. 2 losses, bro. This is what I'm saying. So big him up, man. Obviously, he's had a few worldies about him, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't stop them one day. I don't blame him for none of them. He's had a few worldies on him. So big up the boy Lamens, man. Top keeper. And I was the one rooting for him. And I'm going to show you something about Martinez in a minute as well. Because I know, remember, we was all here in the summer when we was comparing. And I was telling you, lot, Lamens is the guy. And some of you lot were saying, no, man, get Martinez. He's the guy. Look at this geezer. Look at this. Emi Martinez has made more errors leading to goal than any other Premier League player this season. This is what he was doing last season. He done this last season, but because he doesn't play for Man United, he doesn't play for Chelsea, he doesn't play for Arsenal, you won't see it. This is what I'm saying. He done the same thing. He had a worse record than Onana. Onana prevented more goals than him. Obviously, the eye test is better. Let's not be, I'm not going to sit here and say Onana's better than him. No way. He's way better than Onana. And he saves a lot of shots. Don't get twisted. He is a good goalkeeper, but he makes a lot of errors that will happen and it will just go under the radar because he's a Villa fan. He's a Villa player. It's cool. No one ain't going to talk about it. Villa was in a relegation zone for about the first 3 weeks. They didn't even score a goal. No one speaks about it. So that's what happens sometimes with these players. Some of these players, because they play for these teams, it goes under the radar. But let them get to Man United. Let them get to the big clubs. It will go crazy. And then look at this now. I think finishing in the top 5 will have a transformational effect on United because finishing in top 5, they'll get back in the Champions League and that will open the door to tens and tens of millions of pounds that you can make from being in the Champions League. If we could just look at how much money the clubs who are playing in the Champions League this season have already made, we haven't even got to the knockout stages yet. Man City's made 84 million. Liverpool's made 84 million. Arsenal's made 83. Chelsea's made 80. Spurs have made 73. Crazy. And we're not even in the knockout stages yet. And they even put Newcastle in there yet. Newcastle still got another 2 games. You got to remember, every time you play a game, how much money you get because you're still at home. You still fill up the fans are buying tickets. Everyone's still paying for food to eat while they're there and their drinks. There's so much going on. Just in general, like match day tickets, everything they're selling, the clothes, the stuff. So when you're going 40 game seasons and like what we're doing now, a lot of money gets put. And you got to remember, we got a deal. We've got brand deals with like Adidas and that. If we don't get Champions League, they fine us 10 million. They fine us 10 million this season. They'll fine us again. It'll just be loose. So it's good. We need to get back in there. And it seems like we're on course to get there, but we got to smash West Ham today first. And a lot of people are not confident. I don't know why they're not confident. I can't see them beating us. The way we're moving at this moment, I can't see no one beating us. We haven't beat no little man teams. We beat some serious teams, especially the first 2. So I don't know. The boy Chris Wheeler just came out. I'm going to get these comments in a minute, my people. Smash the likes. And then we're going to get into all the proper news, the believers and etc. Don't worry. But look at that, Chris Wheeler, 25 seconds ago. I'm fast, ain't I? And he says Maguire contract latest. He's going to give us a little update. Fury over away fans. Euro tour for Reds. Euro puzzle solved. Because obviously Euro wasn't on the... Everyone thought Euro was injured yesterday because Euro wasn't... he didn't travel with the squad, but I think he's cool. He's posted on his Instagram that he's about the game. So I don't know. Team prospects. Hollywood stars at OT. Mbumo school trip. So obviously that's going to get aggregated in a minute whilst we're on stream. So I'll bring you that news, whatever he's told us. Remember, Chris Wheeler's certified. When he speaks, you got to listen. Like he talks a lot of sense. So we'll see what I've got, my peoples, man. Where's that other thing I was going to show you? I was going to show you something else, and then I'm going to get the comments, and then we'll get into all the main news. I had to show you something else. Where is it? 12 game. Yeah, that's a joke as well. This is a joke as well. Imagine after this game, the West Ham game, because we don't have FA Cup, we've got to sit down for 12 days. No game. 12 days, you know. Do you know how long that is? That feels like an international break. Everyone's playing FA Cup on the weekend. And then after that, we got the Champions League games, etc. And then we play Everton on a Monday. So everyone comes back in like 10 days because they're playing on Saturday, Sunday. We play on a Monday, as you can see from here. Look at that. So we play today, and then next game's on the 23rd. 13 days, not even 12, 13. Add another day to that. Because FA Cup Champions Leagues are on, and we're not involved in that. So it is a bit, it's going to be a little ball. So hopefully we get more carrot ball today, and then we can chill out for about 13 days, and then some more carrot ball. Joke thing. But that's what we got to deal with. It is where it is, my peoples, man. But it is where it is. Let me get a few of these comments anyway. Smash the likes, man. Subscribe if you're new, man. You know we're always here every day, man. No. We need Baleba. I'm pissed. I Stark. It's peak, bro. We're going to get into that Baleba thing, bro. But Baleba has been stinky this season, though. Let's be real. He has been very, very smelly. I need Baleba at Man United. Metric community. Man United, big up yourself. Baleba to Chelsea. I would like that. But Chelsea don't need no one. But then you go for everyone. You lot were looking at Manu and all that. You don't need him. You don't even need Semenyo when you looked at him. Baleba would be a quality signing for Bayern. I think the fact that we've sourced about Tonali is trash because we are not even the top targets which have been made. Yeah, Tonali is someone that we appreciate. It's been said a lot of times. Fabrizio's come out today and said it. This is what I'm saying. We appreciate him. We like him. But he's a man that if we go in them, I think it's a situation, if we go for someone like Tonali, that would mean we've missed out on a lot of our actual targets. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We're not going to want to pay 100 million, 80 million for him. But if we have to go down there and get someone like Tonali, that means we've missed out on so much targets that's the next guy down. But he's not the top target. Get Anderson for 80 mil plus Hackney for 35. Anderson going to Man City. I don't know, but let me show you the article that came out yesterday about Man City. Basically, Anderson's apparently they've made contact with his camp. And that's what's being said. So I only bring you the things. I don't actually know what's going on. If he's going there or not. Obviously, he's been liking a lot of their tweets on Instagram and all of that stuff like that apparently as well. Imagine we get Anderson, Sanderberg, and Hackney or Tonali. Bro, I know it's going to be a big summer. That's what every single person is saying. It's going to be a big summer for Man United. So it is what it is. Anderson looked to be going City, yes. We should get Baleba. Never was really interested in Martinez, aging keeper. Exactly. He's 33 and all that. It's mad. So Carrot changes lineup. Steeler would be cheaper than Wharton and Anderson. There's so much between. Yeah, I reckon now. You know what I feel like we do now? I reckon we go for a Prem proven one, 80 to 100 million, and then we go for a cheaper one as well. I think that's how we do it. I don't think we go mad and we get two midfielders. Let me show you the Anderson stuff. Look at this. So this came out yesterday. Man City prep move. Fraser Fletcher. He said Man City prep move for 100 million. Man United target excited to play. Blah blah blah. Because obviously they think it's going to be they think the next manager to succeed Pep is going to be either Maresca or the same company. So I don't know. So you're saying, look, he might be one of Guardiola's successors, etc. And he says Man City are preparing to launch a big money summer move for Nottingham Forest's Elliot Anderson. Team talk can reveal his stance on moving to the Etihad if the Citizens replace Pep Guardiola with one of the two elite coaches. The 23-year-old England international has impressed since his 35 million move from Newcastle to Forest, establishing himself as one of the Premier League's most high-energy, accomplished central midfielders. Then this is the other bit of it. It says, team talk sources close to the Etihad indicate that Man City view Anderson as an ideal long-term addition capable of bringing energy, tactical versatility, and future-proofing to the engine room. And then this is the main bit. With a potential fee of the region of 80 to 100 mil, the club has already made early contact with the players' camp. That's what is being said there, signaling their determination to secure his services ahead of rivals. Guardiola himself is said to admire Anderson's intelligence and the ability to fit seamlessly into possession-based systems. Who knows what's going to happen? So it seems like and like I said, there's some stuff that came out yesterday. He's liking the tweets and he's liking City tweets and all of that. He's doing the most. You know what I'm saying? He's really doing the most. So it seems like, bruv, he's going to end up going there. That's what it seems like might happen. So I don't know, man, but that's what's just came out. That's the latest thing that came out about Anderson. Obviously, Fabrizio and Ben Jacobs and that ain't come out and said it, but it's come out from, that's what came out yesterday, and that's what was said. So that's the latest on Anderson. I reckon we could miss out on Anderson, but if we get Champions League, we'll definitely have a better chance than what we've got now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If we just go for him and we finish, I mean, we got Europa. He's playing Europa now. That ain't going to excite him. You know what I'm saying? So if you get Champions League now, you're telling them, bro, you already know Casemiro's leaving. You play straight away. Remember, City have got Reinders, Rodri, Nico Gonzalez, and Kovacic that can all play in that same position. So you're rotating with someone. You're not going to go straight in. You're going to have some sort of times where you got to chill. So that might be like, bro, you know you're coming in. You're playing straight away. Look, this is where they're talking about. Look at this. Mark Guy's obviously put up his City debut or whatever. Not his debut, but he's put up his whatever after the thing game, the Liverpool game. Elliot Anderson's in there, and it's just surrounded by City players. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing all of that stuff. Obviously, footballers like each other's tweets, so it's not nothing crazy to take on. But when you look at this, the City fans are putting it up, and then on top of that, all the talks are coming out and saying what they're saying about he's basically they're talking to his camp right this second. What do you lot think's going on? Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think he ends up going there for real. We'll see. For PSG to be in the race, they might want to sell Emery. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Not even that. For PSG to be in the race, he doesn't seem like a PSG player, Baleba. Because remember, what's his name? Enrique went there and got rid of Ugarte. He don't like that fast speed players. He wants players that are sick with the ball at their feet. He went and got João Neves. Look at their little midfield there. It's certified for them. He don't care about all of that speed stuff. He took off Ugarte. Ugarte had the best stats in that league for tackling everything. And he said, bro, we don't need you. We don't need someone fast running because we always got the ball. We've always got 90% of the ball. We just need players that can play with the football. So I don't know if he goes for Baleba, but I'm going to show you that article in a minute. If everyone is fit, go with the same team. If I wish Chelsea draws or loses to Sunderland, we'll have breathing space. Chelsea's not playing Sunderland. Chelsea's playing Leeds. Sunderland is playing Liverpool tomorrow. Chelsea's playing Leeds. Leeds beat them at their ground, member, 3-1. Big up yourself, Mike. I hope you're good, broski. We do have a very hard away games now. West Ham, I know Joe Everton are doing really well. Funniest thing is that Aston Villa want to sell us Martin. Exactly. That would have been mad. Imagine that. If they got Lamens, they would have sold us to him for about 70 million in the future. It's crazy. Our goalkeeper scout was listening to, yeah, it's good. Because Amrin wanted all the experienced players. Amrin wanted Watkins, Martinez. We said, nah, bro, we're looking at a future plan. You're on some short-term thing. About Chelsea, they're far too inconsistent. They're now saying, yeah, stay away from Onana, by the way. Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag had the veto. That's what killed us. Eric Ten Hag had the veto. Charlie, you're right with that one still. That's why we went for Onana. We could get Bawadi and Sangari for less than 80 million-ish. Anderson will not play at Man City. We hope so. Champions League qualification and good salary might make Anderson think twice. Remember, Anderson's already on 100K as well, you know. And City are giving Mark Guy 300. We don't know what he's giving Semenyo. They might offer him something crazy. Haaland's on 500. Rodri's looking at getting them numbers as well. They give mad money out. So we might not be able to match City when it comes to the money-wise because they're on a different thing. They just pay anything. You know what I'm trying to say? Look at that. Bomber. What did I tell you, look, when you're always on a metric community? When we're on a metric community, I give you, lot, bombers all the time. Yeah? And I don't sit here with a camera in my face. I show you, lot, what's going on. And what did I just tell you, lot, a minute ago? The boy Chris Wheeler is going to come out and tell us some stuff. Bam! Harry Maguire is increasingly likely to sign new contract with Manchester United extending his stay at Old Trafford beyond the end of his current 180k a week deal. Maguire stays, man. That's my guy. Trust me, bro. I'm telling you, look, we need this guy. Club sources say the situation is different to Casemiro, who will also be a free agent in June, has confirmed that he will definitely be leaving, with United expected to make Maguire an offer after he established himself a key player under the new head coach, Michael Carrick. It's hoped that the two sides can reach an agreement over his new salary and the length of the contract. Bam, bomba. This is what I'm telling you, look, we have to keep him 1 more year at least, or 2 years maximum. Yeah, 2 years. We give us 2 more seasons. And you got to remember something as well. We keep Maguire. We don't have to worry about the defense for next season. We can chill. Then we can go for the defense the season after. So next season, we just go midfield, maybe a right back, left winger, and revamp the midfield. So 2 sick midfielders, or 3 if Ugarte goes, a right back, and get a left winger. And maybe maybe Sesko, someone to battle with Sesko as a striker. Who knows? And then the year after that, we can go, all right, Maguire, thanks for your service, bro. You're 32, 33 now. Cheers. And then we go get a Murillo or something like that. That's what makes sense. It doesn't make any sense going out there trying to do everything at one time. Casemiro's gone, replacing him. It doesn't make any sense. And I remember something. Maguire came out and said that he don't mind taking a pay cut. 80k pay cut, apparently it was. 80k. So if he's on 190 now, he might be on 110. I want to retire at Man United. Let me chill for 2 years. Calm. Come on, man. He's a leader, bro. You got to keep them, man. I'm telling you, bro. And you got to remember about the dressing room as well. You got to remember about the dressing room. A lot of these people, bro, we can't be going 1-0 down at the Emirates, somewhere that no one's won the whole season, and then we're coming back to win it without having our senior players, the Casemiros, the Maguires, the Brunos. You can't do that. I'm telling you that. So I'm happy with that one, man. 1 more year, keep him over here, or 2, and then boom. Then we can worry about defense a year or 2 after. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. What's this? A top priority. What's this now? Jim Ratcliffe. Oh, my brother. We'll get into that in a minute, man. What do you not think about the Maguire thing, man? But yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll be real. I'm happy with Maguire staying. I can't have us leaving. I can't have it, man. That's mad. Just having bare kids running around, and every time we're going down, bro, we were 2-1 down to Forest, brought it back 2-2. 2-1 down to Tottenham, last minute, brought it back 2-2. Why? Because we got senior players, Delit, and these guys. Their mentality, man's won trophies, Bayern Munich and all of this. We need these players still. Maguire's been a captain. He's had all this abuse, and he's still kept it stern. So look at that. He's 32 years old. Obviously, he's going to be 33 in June. Give him 1 more year, bro. 1 year contract plus 1. That's it. 1 plus 1. So after that year, we can extend it for 1 more year if we want to, but we don't have to. So we can say, all right, 1 more year, 110k. And then after that that year, we can say, all right, we ready to go and get a centre back now? If we are, we let him go. If not, boom. He can still go to Italy. He's 32. Come on, man. This geezer's been playing good. And him and Martinez, they've been locking everyone up, bro. When it comes to strikers, they're locking them up. Him and Martinez. Haaland, pocketed. Solanke, pocketed. Who's the other geezer? Gyökeres, Jesus. Forget about it. You're not getting nothing out of them two. So they're on a different thing. So big up them, man. Big up them. Let's get into the rest of the news anyway. Look at this. Jim Ratcliffe, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox are working hard behind the scenes to find the right long-term head coach for Manchester United. Top priority is obviously to go back to the Champions League. Carrick can make a huge impact whether he stays permanently or not by guiding United into the top 5. That would be obviously big, unlocking tens of millions. And that's all the money that we've just seen. And then it says United currently sit 4th with 44 points after 25 games last season. 5th place needed 66 points last season. With 13 games left, they roughly need about 22 more points, 8 wins to hit 66, likely secure a top 5 spot. Possibly even 3rd and Champions League football. 8 games, need 8 more wins, more or less is needed. We've got a tough run coming up, though. Tough run, especially when it hits like the end of March. We've got a lot of good teams. Aston Villa, Newcastle, Liverpool's, etc. We've got some big teams coming. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But you see what they're looking at, man. Like I said, you see the boy Nathan Salt and Chris Wheeler. They just come with bangers. This is why we're on at the right time right now. Because they've dropped their little piece. It's going to be coming out every 5 minutes. and then we'll know some more stuff about what's going on. Look at this now. Another 2 gems, young boys. United are among clubs who have noted the progress of teenage prospects, Sedi Kinte of Tromsø and Valencia centre-back Hugo Fernandez. Kinte is enjoying an impressive first season in Norway. So this is just 2 young boys that we're tracking, and they're for the mad cheap. And you know Ineos, what they're on. They'll go and snatch these little youths. United scouts are aware of the players, although it's thought that they are not high on the list of potential targets, given that they are of a similar age and style to Aiden Heaven. He's also attracting a lot of things in La Liga. So this is just 2 young gems that they're basically having a little eye on. Nothing mad. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the Baleba stuff, man. Let me give you the Baleba stuff now, because there's going to be stuff coming out every minute, bruv, and we're going to fall off. We're not even going to stick onto thing. So, yeah, that's the bomber anyway that's just come out. Harry Maguire is looking like he's going to sign a new contract. That's lovely. Match day. We can't ask for nothing else. I'm happy with that one. A little 1-year contract is not bad. So, boom, look at this now. So this is what came out yesterday about Euro. There was no signs of Euro with the Man United squad. Everyone thought he might have been injured. And as you can see, no sign with Euro, and everyone's took train. Maybe it was a situation where he had an emergency or something, and he said, I'll drive down instead. Remember, they come a day before anyway. It's not like they come straight away. So it is what it is. But let's get into the rest of the news. So we got this now, and then we got Luke Shaw. Look at this geezer. This geezer has played every single game, and he's usually injured. That's how much he played in 2 seasons combined, and this is how much he played this season. He's played way more. So big up Luke Shaw, man. He's been keeping himself stern. And remember, he was playing in the back 3. He didn't have to run as much or nothing, but now he's still keeping calm. I ain't seen him even go down once. You know, the man, they will go down. As soon as he goes down, you just think, yeah, long day. Now it's not even happening. So look at this now. Fraser Fletcher, the same geezer that was talking about Anderson and Man City's camp are talking to him, etc. He's come out and said this about Baleba. Look at this now. So he's come out and said Chelsea and PSG are the ones that are running this. Remember, team talk is weird. It basically puts out people. It will at anyone. So it will do a piece and say, we've heard this from Fabrizio Romano, and it's from Fabrizio Romano. And then they will say, we've heard this from The Sun, and it's from The Sun. So you don't even know who it's come from more time, sometimes, unless you go there and you actually look at who it's come from. Obviously, it's Fraser Fletcher. I don't really know Fraser Fletcher. I've seen a lot of the aggregate pages for Man United quote him a few times. So he could be reliable. I don't know. But this is what's coming out, that apparently Chelsea and PSG are the 2 clubs that have taken the race. Brighton's midfield sensation, Carlos Baleba, is emerging as one of the hottest prospects this year. Blah, blah, blah. Baleba, known for his robust tackling vision and ability to dictate tempo, is eager to step up to an elite club. Brighton's disappointment from this season and unlucky European hopes of chance of retaining him appears slim. They're going to sell him just like they've done with Moises Caicedo and McAllister. Brighton renowned. It's just basically they wanted to demand 80 to 100 million, a figure, obviously, that Tony Bloom has set. But because the way he's been playing, they might not be able to do it. So what they've been doing is they've been saying he's not even for sale. That's what they've been saying. He's not for sale till 2027. They want to sell him. He's been playing rubbish. He's getting hooked at halftime. They want to sell him, but they're doing tactics where he's not for sale till 2027. So if you do come in for him, you've got to overpay us because he's been playing shit. So the fact that he's been playing shit and they will know he wants to go, etc., it's a bit mad. So that's what they ended up saying. They said that we can confirm. You know what I'm going to do? Because I can't go into the app. I can't go into the article. So I'm going to have to get it for you lot and then bring it, because some madness will happen. So I'll just get it for you lot and show it to you. But it says PSG and Chelsea. Newcastle emerged as a wild card. Tottenham. Man said Tottenham. Allow it. Yeah, so let me get the article so you lot can see it properly, because you can't go into the article. It's crazy. If you go into it, some bullshit happens. So I have to just get a little bit of it and then show it to you lot. So this is what's come out about it. Look at that. Brighton reowned their dealings, blah, 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 80 to 100 million. We can confirm that Chelsea and PSG have both been active over the last few weeks towards Baleba. They're currently best placed to land him in the summer, as both could offer him Champions League football and have exciting projects to sell. They aren't the only sides tracking Baleba, with Man United among 3 other Premier League sides who are keen on signing him. Well, Man United remain contenders in the race, viewing Baleba as a potential anchor in their midfield rebuild. They too are firmly in the hunt for Champions League football, but financial constraints. Blood, I think they're just guessing, I'll be real. I think it sounds like they're just guessing. They're just, you know what, Chelsea and thing are in for him, but there's nothing that's actually saying it's 100%. But it's Fraser Fletcher. Like I said, I don't know this geezer at all. We'll see in it. If anything else comes out from someone solidified, we'll know. But apparently PSG and Thing are leading the pack. I don't know. I think his mind's already set on Man United. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think his mind's already set. We had this article from United District saying that Rashford's Barcelona future may face sudden collapse. And basically what he says in the article is just that, obviously they was unsure about paying that money, the 30 million euros, blah, blah, blah. So that's all it is. It's just a bit of nonsense. Like it's clickbait, basically. You will see that article and think, yeah, oh my God, what's happening? No, they're going to pay it. They want him. Fabrizio's already came out and said they want him. They want him. Don't worry about it. So it's going to happen. So that's what came out yesterday. What else is there? Look at this now. So Brian Mbeumo organised for his old school to visit Old Trafford and Carrington on Monday before the players headed south to prepare for Tuesday night's game against West Ham. Students from, I don't know where that is, it might be in France or something. Avalon got to explore the stadium on tour in the morning and then spent some time with the Mbeumo at the train gun before headed to Stockport train station. Mbeumo holds his old school close to his heart and has previously travelled back there to give talks, sign autographs for students, only if his time be up the state to get students to Manchester, hitting all the right notes on and off the pitch. So big up Mbeumo, man. That's a good gesture for him, man. He got his old school there. Look at that. Euro is with the squad for the game and is at the team hotel. So he wasn't seen, obviously, yesterday. Everyone thought he was injured. They were thinking, where is the skeezer? No one knew. But he's cool. He's with the guys. This is what I just dropped to you lot. This was the bomber, of course. Harry Maguire looks like he's going to sign a new contract. Big him up. Big up Big H. It's good that he stays for at least one more season. Remember, there was talks about Thing. There was a lot of talks about Thing as well yesterday. About the injuries. Nuno came out and said a few things. We've got a few injuries and blah, blah, blah. So everyone was sitting here guessing, like, what's going on? Who's the injuries for West Ham? Blah, blah, blah. This geezer came out and said this, that Jared Bowen and Somerville and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. X is basically reliable. So this is what this geezer said. And now X has came out, apparently. This is obviously the West Ham page. And he said this is their predicted lineup for today. Hermansen, Wan-Bissaka. X is very good, by the way. But this is not from X, it's from CNH. Mavropanos, Desarci, Diouf, Souček, Potts, Fernandez, Bowen, Castellanos, whatever his name is, and Somerville. So that's more or less their first team. All they're missing is someone in the middle, was that Pablo guy. If you look at their last team, the last team that they played, who are they missing in there? They're literally missing that Pablo guy. That's the only geezer. And I heard that maybe Adama Traore is injured. Because they've obviously, my man said they got a few injuries. He's not going to say nothing yet, but when you actually look at who's injured, no one in the first team looks injured. Look at their last game and look at that one there. Just look at their lineup in the last game. If you look at their lineup in the last game, Callum Wilson. Is it Callum Wilson that's injured then? Because look, it's the same back four. And it's the same back four. The middle four, sorry. Same middle four, same back four, same striker. The only person missing is Callum Wilson. So unless it's just Callum Wilson and Adama Traore, that doesn't even change anything for them. So what was the point of that? Back to a 4-3-3, for fuck's sake. We look significantly better when Wilson came off. Start Kilman. We need two strikers. I don't care who they play, bro, by the way. But that's what they played last time. This is what apparently they're going to use. Obviously, Somerville's in the form of his life. He's got 5 goals in 5. Bowen's always a threat. That Castellanos, he scored a good header against Burnley. Good header. What Sesko needs to be doing. Ball came in, bam, straight in. Fernandez, he's a little threat. He's good. Souček, when it comes to set pieces. They've got a good some good players for set pieces. Souček, Castellanos, whatever his name is, Mavropanos, Desarci. That's some tall players that can header a ball. Like they got 4 players. You know, we've got Maguire and Casemiro, and that's about it when you actually think about it. Everyone else is okay, but they're more or less short. You know what I'm saying? They've got a few tall players. So, and you know, that's how they're going to want to play. They're going to want to capitalize by like set piece, etc. So that's what's come out about the West Ham squad. And that's the situation about it, that they had some injuries, but their predicted lineup is basically the same squad, apart from Calvert-Lewin, Callum Wilson, and apparently Adama Traore is injured. That doesn't really change anything. I don't know. So Nuno tried to pull it out there like it's a big thing. We've got a few knocks, but I'm not going to mention who it is as if it's something massive when it's still the same lineup. Like, what was the point of that? So yeah, that's what got said anyway. Yesterday about the things. So this was a lie, of course. This was a lie. It got 1 million views. That's how much people believed it. 1 million views. It went crazy. Everyone was sitting there. What? Bowen, Wan-Bissaka. That's a madness. Like all your best players and Somerville. But obviously it's a lie. It's crazy. When you look at this, it's actually mad, you know. Look at this. Look at what West Ham are putting out. This is a West Ham fan. Each relegation threatened team's next 5 Premier League games. Look at that. The next 5 relegations. Burnley, Wolves, Man United. That's Crystal Palace. I don't think Crystal Palace is in there, but you never know. But they beat Brighton the other day, and I reckon they'll win another game or so. They got Burnley tomorrow. I think they get a dub. Brighton shouldn't be in there as well. Tottenham, 29, you should definitely be in there. You're 6 points off them. Do you know what I'm saying? And we don't want to give West Ham that dub. We give West Ham that dub, they are literally going. They're getting out of the relegation zone. They'll be feeling themselves so much and pumped that they'll be out of it. It might heat it up. I wanted them to beat Chelsea, so they could have heated it up a bit where it gets exciting, but we can't be that team that makes it exciting. Let Bournemouth get excited for them. Or Liverpool, not us. Leeds, look at that. That's a madness. Imagine, and Tottenham's next fixture, look at Tottenham. Newcastle today, and then they've got Arsenal, who they never, ever beat. Literally, North London derby. It's dark, man. It's dark. I don't know what's going to happen, but that relegation, we need it to go all the way like the title race. We can't have a boring one this season. We need it to go all the way. Obviously, I just can't. We need to win this game to get this geezer to just chill out. Get your little trim, bro. Look, you got Real Betis talking about him now. You know what I'm saying? Please release this lad from his pain, Man United. Real Betis. Get this guy his trim. Let him have a week or two getting his haircut. That will go viral and da-da-da-da-da. And then, boom, just go live your life, big man. Please. Because you are just, you know what I'm saying? It's just getting long now. And it's letting the whole world know how rubbish we've been. Because I don't know if Fulham have won 5 games in a row. I don't know that. Has Chelsea done it? Has Chelsea won 5 games in a row? We don't know. We're never going to know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But because this guy ain't getting a trim, the whole world knows about Manchester United. And that is loose. We don't need that much. Like, it's just loose. I'll show you some more news anyway that's came out as well, of course. This is Nuno when he said that yesterday about the knocks. We're going to have a few players out, but I'm not going to say who it is because, bro, your lineup is exactly the same. It's substitute players. Anyways, Martinez made 19 accurate passes in the final third against Tottenham. At least 7 more than any other player. Look at Sunderland, the Mackhams. They're waiting for Liverpool. Remember, they're unbeaten over there. They're unbeaten in Sunderland. No team has beat them in Sunderland. So big up them. They're waiting for them. And remember, we need Liverpool to get moved to. Mainu is looking very likely that Mainu will head to the World Cup again. His recent performance have drawn attention to the staff at the national team. So Mainu might end up going back to the World Cup. Good on him. This is someone that we're looking at. Sedi Kente. I'm sure my man just spoke about him as well just now. Chris Wheeler. Man United and Chelsea are weighing up a summer approach for the centre-back, 4 million. Cheap. There's some talks about DiMarzio. Man United are strongly interested in DiMarzio. United have been dreaming of him. This is from Sport Witness. I can't see this happening. You know what I'm saying? Because he's more of a like a wing back. If Amrin was still here, then this would have made a bit more sense. But to come out here and push this news doesn't make no sense to me. Because I just feel like, bro, he's a wing back. He's literally a wing back. And on top of that, he's 28. We don't deal with them ages no more. You know what I'm saying? You see what Ineos is on. They're going to give Maguire. Maguire will get a contract because he's already here. We wouldn't be buying Maguire if we didn't have him. So you know what I'm trying to say? So apparently DeMarco, we're looking at him. I can't see it being true, bro. Like I said, DeMarco, he's a man that's a wing back. He's a solidified wing back. Yeah? I don't think there's anything else. West Ham, Man United could win 5 games in a row. The last time we did it was more than 2 years ago with Eric Ten Hag. We need to get this dub, man. Literally, this is a serious one. Get this dub. It's not going to be as easy as everyone probably thinks it will be. I'm getting 3-1, but it might take a little time for us to get them other goals. But, bro, we have to get it. Reports yesterday said that he wouldn't be available today, but it looks like he is. I told you, Euro put it on his Insta. He's fit and ready. He's ready to go. Big him up. That's Martinez making mistakes galore. Fabrizio's come out and said that Tonali's admired, but you know the main guys are obviously Baleba and Anderson, and obviously we're going to wait for the new manager. Whoever the manager is going to be in the summer, he will have a say, because we're going to say to him, yo, you're here for the future. Which one do you want? Let's say we got Enrique. He likes players with the ball to their feet. You will want Anderson. Let's say we got Tuchel. He likes players like Kante that can run. He might go and get a Baleba. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. So we'll wait for the manager to put his input in there as well. He speaks about Carrick, obviously just saying the same things that we already know. If Carrick does well, obviously he'll have good chances, blah, blah, blah. And they've started their process very soon. That's it. Man United are set for a busy summer. Tonali's agents have obviously put it out there that he wants Champions League, whatever. But obviously a lot of people are looking at Tonali, Arsenal, Man City, and no one knows who we're going to go for. Ugarte could leave, and it's looking like we're going to get 2 signings in the midfield. Hundo. Look at this. Reports claim Man United are ready to make a move to sign the 19-year-old Gambian gem who has clocked a top speed this season equal to Mickey van der Ven. So Mickey van der Ven speeds. Bring him. That alone is good enough, the speed. You know what I'm saying? Just put him at the end of every corner, halfway line, catch everyone. That's it. That's what they done with Kusanov. Literally, just, yo, he's got speed, we'll bring him through. We don't care about the ability too much. This is obviously the young gem that Chris Wheeler just spoke about. Højlund, that's more or less triggered. They've said that they're going to trigger it. They're rating him over there, Napoli. But if they make Champions League, which it looks like they're on course to do, he will be a thing player. I'll get a few of these comments in a sec. Make sure you lot are smashing the likes, my peoples, man. Let me just run through this for anyone that's just come in the chat. This is some talks about the Hugo Fernandez guy. Us and Chelsea are always linked for the same players. It's crazy, bro. This is from the Brighton page now. So look, if you lot don't believe it from Team Talk or whatever, the Brighton page is aggregating it as well. Chelsea and PSG are now leading the race for Carlos Baleba. And I can't see Chelsea going for him. When you look at Chelsea, they've got loads of midfielders. It doesn't even make sense. Even Chelsea, they're linked with Wharton. And I'm like, how? It doesn't even make any sense, bro. When you look at Chelsea's team, just look at their midfield alone. Where is it? And remember, we're not even counting how much players they got at Strasbourg, bro. That can still come. Andre Santos, who the manager likes. Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo. Remember, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez both cost over 100 million. So they start every game. Andre Santos has been playing with them as well. And then on top of that, you've got this Asugo guy. He's there. Then you've got Lavia. And then you still got another 15 players at Strasbourg. So that's the midfielders that they've already got. So to go and get a Wharton or something more, Baleba, who's going? You know what I'm trying to say? It's not even making any sense. Like, who's going? And remember, sometimes they play Reece James in midfield. Sometimes Reece James plays in midfield. So their things all over the place. But Chelsea and PSG are leading the race. And that's from Brighton aggregate page. Not ours. This ain't Man United page trying to put Man United stuff up. This ain't a Chelsea page. This is Brighton. So their fans are saying, yo, we believe my man. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know, man. Let me get a few of these comments anyway, and then I'll run through the rest of it quickly. Ops Leeds. We'll drop the lineup as well. The truth is we need plug and play. We need 2 years to mature. 150 a week. Semenyo's on 150 a week. Is that 100%? I ain't seen nothing like that, but I know that Tottenham offered him a crazy money. Yeah, 150 a week. You're right. So 150. And he wanted to go to City. And we kind of offered him the same as well. This figure, Euro and Heaven are not ready. The lit is a no-show most of the times. It's true. Here he's ready to take a 90 to 100. Yes, 80K wage cut. Maguire's looking to take. Big him up, man. I need Sesko and Xerxes and Euro to play games. Why? Why do you need Xerxes to play games? And if we're winning, who cares who's playing? Come off the bench. Just keep it the way it is. What's the sources of belief? I've just showed it. Do you know what I'm saying? That I'm not on this thing where, like, bro, we was winning FA Cups and Carabao Cups, and Ahmad wasn't playing. I wanted Ahmad to play. We all wanted Ahmad to play. But that ain't going to stop me celebrating the trophy. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to be happy we won. So I get it, innit? But we can't go too mad. They can have him. He's not been that good. Talking about Baleba. Chelsea's got 7 DMs. Good luck getting game time. Bro, I even counted the Strasbourg ones. So I don't know how much they got, but they've probably got a bunch. I'll be real. Didn't Romero say Chelsea and PSG are after Baleba? Didn't Romero say? No, Romero didn't say it still. It wasn't Romero. It's this guy right here, Fraser Fletcher. Baleba's coming to OT's heads turn. I reckon the deal has been done. We just need to negotiate a fair price. We'll do a similar 64 point. 64 is a bit too much the way he's been playing this season, man. Nuno said we have injuries, but I won't be telling you their names. That's what I'm saying. So he tried to gas it up to make us overthink like we're going to change the way we play. We're still going to play the same. If he's got injuries or not, we're still playing the same, bro. So he tried to make some stir over nothing. He done a Ben Jacobs secret midfielder thing. Brighton is just trying to get a track. Yeah, bidding more. Baleba haven't been playing well. Wants big money. Exactly. They're trying to not miss out because they feel like they was going to get a madness. Smash the likes for Metch always bringing us the bomber. Come on, United Rules, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all of you lot. Smash the likes. You know I'm always here. Even if they borrow players from City, Arsenal, Tottenham, we're beating them. Man said, Unk. Is he hurt? Euro latest. Euro's cool. Euro's easy. He's with the squad. He's there. He's with the squad right now. Euro's easy. I'm going to run through these last ones, and then obviously we'll do the lineup quickly. So that's that. This geezer needs to get his trim because every team is coming out and speaking about this. I'm tired of this, man. Yeah? Just get him his trim. He can have a little 1 week of fame, getting the haircut, going viral, and then we stop all of this now because you're just letting everyone know it's putting more pressure on United for no reason. So, but big him up though. I heard apparently he's giving a few of his money to charity or something. So big him up, man. The relegation's on, and this is apparently the team that West Ham are going to go with. It's more or less their same team that they played against Burnley, and they won 2-0. Obviously, that's Burnley, but so Nuno coming out and talking about these injuries was just literally there's no point. The only thing that changes from his last game is Callum Wilson. That's it. Callum Wilson is the only change from the team that apparently they're going to play. So there's no injuries like that. You didn't even need to mention it like that. You could have just said the name. Callum Wilson and someone on the bench, done. But he tried to stir the pot like it's bigger players, and everyone started guessing, and it went crazy. And someone come out here and put out a rumor that it was Bowen, Wan-Bissaka, and Somerville. We got 1 million views and 4.5 likes. It went crazy yesterday for no reason. And these times, it's just Callum Wilson, the only guy that got an orange against Burnley. So the shittest player on the pitch against Burnley is who's missing. And he tried to act it out like it was crazy. It's crazy like that. So yeah, man, let's do up the lineup, man. The lineup I'm going to go with is the same one that they're going to give us, which is the exact same lineup. You understand? A game like this would suit Sesko. I'll be real. But, because you got to remember, this is proper low block. So all that space, people running in behind, it might not even work this game. And Mbeumo up top might be useless because everyone's in front of him. Literally, he's with the defenders. He's on the last line of defense. So maybe it could help someone like Sesko with headers. We're putting the ball in the box and he can do his little header thing or whatnot. Maybe Mbeumo's not the best game for him because we haven't really played a proper low block. But then again, we did against Tottenham. But even against Tottenham, Mbeumo never got the chances where he's one-on-one with a keeper. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, where he's just beat a player and then he can shoot. Apart from after the red card, I'm saying. Because they turned into a low block. Before the red card, obviously, he done the shot in the first minute. But I'm saying after that, because they're so low, they're so back, and that's what West Ham are going to play, he never had any chances like that no more. And this is what I'm saying. So maybe it could be a game for Sesko. But see, my thing is, don't change anything that ain't broken. Do you know what I'm saying? It ain't broken. We're still doing what we need to do. We've won 4 games out of 4. Just go with the same team and then do what you've been doing. 75th minute, bring on Sesko, whatever. Casemiro's tired, bring on Ugarte. Just do what we've been doing. Simple as that. So I'm cool with the same team, but it's going to be interesting to see what he ends up going with. But I reckon we should just go with the same team, literally. So it is what it is, man. You lot let me know what you lot think. Carrick to start Sesko today, bench Cunha. His record is awful against West Ham. Bro, his record was awful against West Ham with what? 1 game we played against them. He's played against them 1 game that we was all kind of trashing at Old Trafford. We scored 1 goal. Who scored that 1 goal? Dallo. So what? Bruno's record awful. I swear Bruno ain't scored at that stadium as well. Bruno's never scored at that stadium. So what? Should we bench Bruno? See what I'm saying? So I don't think you should look at it like that, man. Because remember, if we're going off just records, we haven't beat Arsenal at the Emirates for like 10 years or something like that. 5, 6 years. So our record at Arsenal was poor, but we still made it happen. You shouldn't really go off the record thing. So it is what it is. Big up Metch. Could you talk about how man are tucking their chain at West Ham? It's crazy. We'll see. We'll see what happens later, man. Hopefully. He played for Wolves as well. Yeah, that's Wolves, man. That's Wolves. He's going to be in the... Remember, when they're playing Wolves, they're getting banned for banned. They're getting banned for banned. It's a different game. And when you look at West Ham and Wolves, West Ham is definitely better than Wolves, and they've always had better quality, even before with Danny Ings and Paqueta and all of that. So they're playing a bit counter-attacky against West Ham. It's a bit different there. Here, you're playing for Man United. We're going to have the ball more. You're going to be able to get more shots off. And do you know what I'm trying to say? Let's just hope the carrot ball is in full flow today and we see the best of it. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't really go off stats and that no more because things get broken. Everton ain't won at Old Trafford in 20 years. They won this year with 10 men. Like, things just change, bro. Like, I don't look at things like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is his first time going to that stadium with Man United. He hasn't been to that stadium with Man United against West Ham yet. So we'll see. So that's the team I'll go with. And that, what's this? Chris Wheeler, are you worried about the West Ham game? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not worried about him. Look at this. My man's going to be doing a watch-along, by the way. United Strand. He's going to be doing a watch-along on Kick for the West Ham and Manchester United for every goal, blah, blah, blah. Paid partnership. So these things going to go bananas. So, yeah, that's more or less the news, my people, man. Euro's there. He's with the team. Maguire, new contract. A few young boys. And that's the situation, man. Obviously, I'll be here straight after the game. I'm not going to do watch-alongs and that. But straight after the game, literally when the game finishes, 90th minute, I'm straight here. And we talk about it. Win, lose, or draw, I'll be here. Love my peoples. Appreciate all of you, everyone. Let's hope that we can get the W today, as we always do. Peace out.
What's on Mr. Let's pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't see, they on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. But now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said,